Welcome back, Kerbalots. So, after a whole bunch of finagling, I managed to do this just by coincidence. I didn't think it was actually going to work, but it did. Suffice it to say, not gonna do things this way again. But this was a good dry run for an asteroid mission. I checked our missions. We have a mission actually to capture an asteroid, which we might even use the same exact spacecraft to do. So the advanced grabbing unit's kind of fun. You can do a pivot, so you can move it around and you can try to lock into the center of gravity, which is handy for asteroids and all kinds of fun stuff. But yeah, we're just going to do the fuel transfer. So the way you do the fuel transfer is you open, whoops, clumsy me. I didn't do anything too terrible, did I? Nah. Okay. Whew. That was close. Like I was saying. Why am I not... Okay, so you open up both of these, and so we're going to transfer fuel in, both the fuel and the oxidizer, into the main craft. We're going to leave just a smidgen of fuel left so that this thing can crash into the moon. And then we'll go ahead and release. Alright, so let's just try to figure out when we can go home. So we want to fire probably, actually, how much delta V do we have? Kerbal engineer? Oh, it didn't update after. Okay. That's alright. So, actually, let's just go ahead and do... Now that we have fuel, we're gonna go to the tracking Excuse me, wow. Don't know where that came from. Let's just go to here. And the reason why I'm doing this is it's landed on the ground, and so it'll allow us to warp easier. Let's just go ahead and do it. So what we're looking for is for these two orbits to kind of line up. Well, we just had a... we're a little bit past, but we should have plenty of fuel. Okay. So switch to... Just the little force of release has got us a long way. Okay, so we're gonna burn... right about here. So that will give us the best bet. We shouldn't need a ton of fuel to return either. So we'll just set the fuel level and and fire. It's not. I'm doing a horrible job about this. I should have actually fired right here. So we're gonna do this the difficult way. How much delta V does it say we have? Yeah, we still have plenty of delta V, thankfully. At least I carried enough fuel. Actually, we're gonna go to the retrograde. And a standard re-entry at this point in time. Most standard for Kerbal Space Program. Okay, so other than botching that return, so fuel transfer, how realistic is that? Well, there is actually a mission that was just barely launched by SpaceX to the International Space Station. I believe it's called Debris, and the idea is to find space debris and take it back into the atmosphere, presumably, although there's a couple of other things you could do. There's talk of sending probes in to put new batteries and replace the fuel for spacecraft that have lost their batteries or fuel, because those are the two biggest long-term killers of spacecraft. Every spacecraft will eventually fail due to one of those two things. Okay. So, it is remotely possible you could do a refueling with the grabber thing, although that's not a technology that's ever really been demonstrated. Spacecraft fuel transfer has happened before. That is real. What's not real is the ability to do that without having a specialty built spacecraft. Okay, while we're at it, let's go ahead and send our other people home. We'll do all of our re-entries in this one episode just to knock that off. Let's see, transmit science, because we still got a bunch. And we'll leave this here. It won't really hurt anything. So let's go ahead and move Valentina. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, this poor spacecraft. Wow, did I just speak too early? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Okay. And one last one. Okay, Bob, how's it going? Got all that science transmitted? Yep. Time to abandon ship. Be nice if the research lab could continue without scientists, but it can't. Alright, let's go ahead and I'll take a quick peek. So, if we can go... want to go kind of straight north, I think, from where we're at. I think that will give us the quickest return home. Nope, I botched that. That's okay. We'll just go ahead and do a quick orbit and then we'll switch back to our other spacecraft, land it, and then we should be set. Okay, 10,000. We're plenty good. Perfect. So it'll survive an orbit or two like that. So we'll switch to here. Okay. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do our deorbit from here. Oh wait, silly me, we already did our deorbit, didn't we? This is what I get for having too many things going on. Just kidding. Luckily we have plenty of fuel, so we're good. We'll go for a nice 45. This is actually how roughly they do real deorbits, I believe, for manned spacecraft. For unmanned spacecraft, they don't even target this high, they target like the 60 kilometer type atmosphere that just slows you down just a little bit. But it'll happen over the course of years, but it will eventually reorbit. Okay. Let's just go ahead and go straight into the atmosphere. Did I need to separate this? We'll go ahead and do some deorbiting here. Deorbit burn since we have plenty of extra fuel. no real mission would still have the spacecraft, but attach the rocket booster at this point in time. But Kerbal might even be able to land the booster stage all together as one cohesive entity. I'll hold a little bit of fuel in reserve. That would be the point where we're officially suborbital. Looking good. Okay. We're gonna try to land the booster, I think. No reason not to. I'm gonna deploy the legs here just to create a little bit of extra drag. Although that's changing our aerodynamics and we don't want that. Speed slowing down quite a bit. Okay, now we can create the extra drag. Yeah, we're probably gonna be... Whoa! Hey, we're... okay. Oops. I had my staging wrong to try to do the saving. That's okay, we probably didn't have enough parachutes. Okay. At this point in time, this mission's done. Although, we gotta wait until we're safely landed, we'll recover it. And our 3 brave Kerbalnauts, who had been saved from a close pass to the moon, and then saved again, will have made it home. Thank you for your bravery. Your achievements will be remembered forever. Maybe. Okay, so let's go back to our other rescue mission. And we're gonna have to wait some time for the 2 to line up as before. As before, we'll focus on the flag. Flags can be handy for this purpose. Okay. Where is... Oh, I'm roughly in that plane. Wow. Okay. So we'll just keep warping. And I'm almost completely at the worst point. Oh. I had the wrong track. Okay. This time, we will learn from our mistakes. And we are going to... see, which direction do we need to go? We need to go opposite of a direction of movement, so we're actually gonna burn right at the perigee. By some coincidence, that lined up perfectly. Yeah, maybe not quite perfectly, but that's okay. We'll just go ahead and warp full speed. Gave us about right. We should have probably burned a little bit later. Getting these burns at the right time is extraordinarily important. Some burns are less sensitive than others to the time, but major changes in especially the multi-body burns are extraordinarily sensitive. Okay, this will do. This time I think we'll learn from our past and we will not attempt to recover the booster. We'll just go ahead and stage it now. For the moon missions, they about 4 hours prior to impact they would leave the service module, and it can be done even later than that. Wow, look at that pretty. Oh, that's cool. That is very nifty. Explosion you're hearing, of course, is the other half of the booster that doesn't have any active thermal control. We have this thermal ablator, which we are making good use out of. So never mind the slight explosions. I'm gonna go ahead and deorbit the grabber stage and have it crash into the moon off camera. This has already kind of been a chill episode, just watching a couple of spacecraft re-enter. But we have completed our missions. Not anything remotely what we set out to do, but we still completed it. Oh, this is interesting. We didn't go low enough, so we're actually leaving the atmosphere and going to be going back for another round. This was something that Apollo 13 was afraid would happen if they weren't careful. And if they really messed it badly, then they were in a 5-week orbit, so it would have taken 5 weeks before they tried to get into the atmosphere again. If they missed the atmosphere entirely. They don't tend not to think of things in the terms of what is the periapsis, but what's the angle of re-entry for real spacecraft. They're the same general concept, although they are called different things. Oh, lovely. This is going to be a nighttime landing. You know what? I'm going to call this episode. This is going to land. We know it's going to land. So thank you guys very much for joining me. Let me know any comments or questions that you have, and I will do my best to resolve them. Take care, and keep doing good things. We'll see you next time.